Well, hello there, and good evening, everyone. I'm William Brantley from North Jackson, Tennessee, on Walker Road, ready to share with you yesterday's and today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days momentarily. I'm back from missing a video from last night. Went to my uncle's funeral, Mr. Walter Brantley, who passed away December 31st, and got a chance to meet some of my cousins that I haven't seen in a long time, or in some cases, not at all. And of course, they live out of state, so it's no telling when I'll see them again, but at least I did get to see them for a few minutes, and last night, and but I'm back tonight and getting ready to tell you about some more cold weather. It just don't want to give up. Well, maybe 2 more days and we'll finally get sort of back to normal, or warmer than what we're used to. Can you believe toward the middle of next week, around Wednesday, we could have highs up near 60? 55, 60 degrees. Oh my goodness, it's going to feel like summertime all of a sudden, getting up that warm. But it won't last long. We're in the wrong season for that to last long. We're going to have to wait on down into probably March to get used to 60s on a steady basis, or maybe late February if we get lucky. Well, more about that later. I'll go ahead and give you the now conditions, or what near now. I put it that way. Starting off with yesterday, roughly 24 hours ago, we had a low temperature here in North Jackson of 13 degrees. Yesterday's high of 35 degrees yesterday. Yay! We got above freezing yesterday. And it actually felt pretty good, and I never thought 35 degrees would feel so good. But it felt pretty good compared to the near zero we've been having to deal with the last few days. Of course, no precipitation here in Jackson, Tennessee. There's been a lot of it along the East Coast, though, all the way from Florida to New York to Boston. A lot of snow and heavy snow and winds over in that part of the country, but not here. Okay. What's next? The wind chill factor yesterday got down as low as 5 degrees at 1 a.m. Yesterday's hottest high in West Tennessee was 36 degrees at Memphis, Tennessee, and at the National Weather Service office in Memphis, Tennessee. And the Memphis, Tennessee would be at the airport down there. And as well as Bolivar, Somerville, and Savannah, Tennessee. There are 5 locations yesterday that hit 36 degrees in West Tennessee. Of course, like I said, here in North Jackson, it was 35. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, Lord. Coldest low would be 10 degrees yesterday in West Tennessee at Union City, Tennessee. So it was mighty chilly up there in Union City, Tennessee yesterday morning. Today's climate summary. As of 5 p.m., the skies were clear, and the temperature was 19 degrees at that time. The wind chill was 14 degrees. The humidity was at 44%. I forgot the dew point. Dew point was 0 degrees. Humidity was 44%. We had northwest winds at 6 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure was 30.35 inches of mercury. Today's low temperature was a very chilly 9 degrees. Missed the record by only 1, coldest low that is, of 8 in 1959. Only missed it by 1. But we did miss it though, thank heavens. 9 degrees was the low. Today's high was 25 degrees here in North Jackson. Below freezing once again. And thank goodness no record coldest high either. Thank goodness. I believe no precipitation, of course, since midnight. Thank goodness. Lowest humidity today would be 39%. and that occurred at 3 and 4 p.m. The highest would be 77% at 1 and 2 a.m. Lowest barometric pressure would be 30.23 inches, and that occurred at 1 a.m., while the highest would be 30.40 inches, and that occurred at 10 a.m. Today's highest wind gust would be 20 miles per hour out of the north at 8:49 a.m., and today's coldest wind chill would be 0, and that occurred at 6 and 8 a.m. this morning. Now, there was a wind chill advisory for the northern half of West Tennessee, including Madison County, Tennessee, from midnight to 10 a.m. Of course, it expired at 10 a.m. For wind chills of near 0 to 5 below, and sure enough, the wind chill hit 0 degrees weather, at 6 and 8 a.m. So he was on the edge of that one. All right, the record-wise for January the 4th, hottest high would be 73 degrees, and that happened in 1997, and then again in 2004. The coldest high would be 19 degrees, and that occurred in 1999. The warmest low would be 58 degrees, and that happened in 1997 and 2005. The coldest low, 8 degrees, in 1959. And again, we only missed it this morning by 1 with that low of 9. Rainfall record for today, 1.36 inches, and that occurred in 1949. And the snowfall record today would be a trace, and that happened in 1985. Oh, and incidentally, I did miss yesterday's records, and I guess the one that you would be most interested in, I suppose. I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and give it to you, all of them. Yesterday's records for January 3rd. Hottest high would be 75 in 2004. Coldest high would be 22 in 1999. The warmest low would be 64 in 2004. And the coldest low would be 4 in 2001. The rainfall record for yesterday was 1.69 inches in 1951. And here's the big banger, if you can call it that. Snowfall record yesterday, January 3rd of 1985. We had 5 inches of snow here in Jackson. That's right, 5 inches of snow in 1985, and that was measured at the airport. And today we had a trace, so that means today we kind of got the tail end of yesterday's big snowfall back in 1985, from January 3rd over to January 4th of 1985. Alrighty, I think that's it for the basic climate stats or data, summary, whatever you want to call them. And it's time to share with you a few graphs. I don't know why it's so hard to figure that word out. Let me refresh that one, make sure it gets the very last one. Alrighty. I'll go ahead and look at the radar based upon AccuWeather, of course. Right now, free precipitation, have been for quite some time. There are signs of some snow flurries or light snow to our north, but the air is so dry, like, what was it at 5 o'clock again? 44% is fairly dry for this time of the evening. So a lot of that snow that you're seeing in Missouri, once it gets down here, is probably going to evaporate. Or at best, get a few flurries flying around, possible overnight. But that probably won't be here till between midnight and sunrise, if at all. Otherwise, it's just going to continue to be fair skies. Otherwise, the state is clear. And no, I'm not expecting any big snow tonight. Not with generally fair skies, of course. There's a little bit trying to mess around up there west of St. Louis, as you can see from this radar glimpse. Let me zoom out to the region. And yeah, it's really not a big area. Up in eastern Missouri, and slowly moving southeast. It might actually go just east of Jackson, over into Middle Tennessee, or over toward the Tennessee River. Actually, I've been reading on Twitter where they've been having some lake effect snow flurries in the Benton County, Humphreys County area along the Tennessee River, resulting from the land between the lakes up there in Kentucky, because the winds have been blowing just right. It's causing a few lake effect snow flurries along the Tennessee River. And we thought the Great Lakes was the only place that happens. But it happened here in Tennessee, and the Weather Service has been showing some satellite views of that, and I thought that was awesome to tell you about that. But that area of snow up there in Iowa and Illinois and Missouri is slowly moving southeast, or maybe south-southeast. Otherwise, as you see the areas where it's raining, a little mixture of sleet and snow. They've had a big snow over here along the east coast. Now last night about this time, if I hadn't managed to get a video, you'd have seen the snow down there in the North Carolina and South Carolina areas. They got hit pretty good. At least eastern half of or southeastern half of those states did. Tonight it's way up there in New Jersey, New York, going up into Maine, and looks like it's snow mixed with freezing rain or sleet way up there in Maine. So they got a big winter scenario up there. I'm sure you've seen some of it on television as to how bad it got up there. But not down here. We remain fair and cold. I guess that's what we get. Instead of all the heavy snow, we get the clear, cold conditions here. That's all right. I'll take it over snow anytime. That's just me now, though. I know some of you love to have the snow, but nothing of any big event anytime soon. 1985 was one of the most recent years that we got some big snow. Matter of fact, that was one of those years. Alrighty. Let's look at the satellite picture. I may try to show you a different one here in a second. That looks like as cloudy as it can be, but it isn't. You make out the rivers and lakes here. Air's still so cold it looks cloudy, but most of this is a clear area there. It looks like it has been snowing over in East Tennessee a little bit, right along the North Carolina border there. Because that white ain't moving. The clouds are, but if it ain't moving, that means it's snowing around. And the clouds are close. Yeah, that's not going to be too far away. All right. Let me look at. I'll go ahead and look at all the stages in this one, but I might look at a different one just for the fun of it here in just a few moments. Might show it a little bit more clearer. That's fairly clear here. Florida's in good shape. This enhances really changed its looks. There's some precipitation way down there in Texas. I think it's rain. Mainly clear over here, as you can see. There's those clouds, though, that's coming in from the north out of Illinois. Some of that may tag West Tennessee overnight, but it won't last long. Most of it's going to go over into Middle Tennessee, and then eventually on out toward East Tennessee. They may actually have a little bit of chance of snow flurries better than we do. But I'm not going to rule out the possibility of a quick snow flurry overnight, even though in general it's going to be fair skies for the most part. Now you see the whole nation as a whole. See if I can get a little closer so you make it out a little bit better. So warm. Now look at that. See, I've been hearing how warm and above normal it's been over in the western sections of the U.S., while we've been freezing over here, basically. And you can see the difference in the way the warmer air looks like on the enhanced mode of satellite compared to the cold version. You see how brownish the clear skies are out west, and how clear it is. You can see it better. Over here it looks like it's cloudy all over the place, but really it isn't. Alrighty, that's one of the latest versions. Now let me show you another one. I'll have to bring up a different thing. I'm going to have to bring the whole thing up. This one right here, maybe to come in alright real quick. Yeah, that's the Tennessee version. That'd be close enough. Yeah, that helps a little bit. Yeah, you can see it a little bit better on this one. You can tell it's fairly clear. Just some high, thin clouds going by. Matter of fact, at the moment, it should be clear as it can be. I'm not outside to see it. But looks of this, it should be pretty clear. And okay, and you can see some of the clouds going by up northeast of us, but most of us is clear tonight. There's a few high clouds way down there in southern Arkansas. Let me take a view of Illinois. I think that's what I'm looking for. Let me try Evansville. Yeah, that shows it a little bit better. Even shows Tennessee a little bit better. All right, let me click on loop and get it to moving. All right, maybe good enough right there. You see the area of clouds to our north a little bit better. Yeah, it looks like it's moving almost due southeast. I'm going to say it's headed more toward middle Tennessee, but it may catch Henry, Benton, and up in that area, counties as well, as it passes by. It might tag Jackson just a little, but Memphis will probably be clear through the whole scenario, probably. But it won't last long, but if it occurs, it'll be toward midnight, maybe a little bit before, but be gone within an hour or two, roughly. And it looks like it's moving pretty fast, too, so there's a chance of a few clouds, I'd say between midnight and 3 a.m. Otherwise, it's going to be fair skies for the most part. And might see a few flurries, maybe, all the way down to the surface, but don't count on it, though. Alright, let's move on to the surface map. Thanks to Weather Underground, you can see where the various fronts are. And there you see the country as a whole. There's rain down in Texas. There's a stationary front in the middle of the country. There's rain out west in different spots. And there's a snow to our north that's moving southeast. And a heavy snow way up in the northeast part of the country. Shows up a little bit better on this map. We're heavy up in that area, up in Maine and New York and those areas. Let's see if I can get a slightly closer view of that. There's ours. Well, it might be ours. Coming down toward Tennessee overnight, maybe. If it doesn't disappear. Might disappear since the ground is so, air is so dry. There's a closer view of the snow up northeast, in case you'd like to know. It's already gone from Maryland and Virginia, but from what I've been seeing on TV, thank goodness. I'll get a close-up view of that snow up there. And all, but pretty heavy snow right up in that area. And it looks like it's just east of Maine, the heaviest, right along the coast up there. And it breaks on up. Alrighty. Okay, I'm ready to show you, of course, nothing here in Tennessee. Technically. Not at the moment, anyways. There's actually a warm front over there. How about that? It'd be nice for it to bring us some warm temperatures. Maybe it will. After tomorrow. Probably. Alright, go to the readout forecast and then I'll be through for the night. With a detailed weather forecast. I keep forgetting that word, detailed. Alright, looks like, of course, mostly clear tonight. On into tomorrow. I'm just going. There might briefly become a few scattered clouds between midnight and sunrise. There's a chance. Won't last long. Might get a few flurries out of them, but I wouldn't guarantee it. More not than sure, actually. Otherwise, fair skies, mostly clear. It's going to get cold again tomorrow morning, of course. The low tomorrow morning around 14 degrees. And hey, it's going to get above freezing tomorrow. Hoo, 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 hallelujah. 35 degrees again tomorrow. That's going to feel good. We're going to have north winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. The sun's going to be rising tomorrow morning at 7:05 a.m. Set tomorrow evening at 4:56 p.m. The moon's going to be rising tonight, actually, at 8:13 p.m., which is yet to come, and set tomorrow morning at 9:12 a.m., and rise tomorrow night at 9:20 p.m., and set at 9:55 a.m. Saturday morning. And speaking of Saturday, mostly clear skies continue with low near 16 degrees. It's still going to be kind of chilly this weekend with a high of 34. At least it's going to get above freezing. Hallelujah. With east winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday is going to warm up nicely, but we're going to have to deal with some clouds. Doggone it. Mostly cloudy with a 60% chance of rain, but probably not until around 3 p.m. So most of the day is just going to be cloudy. It increases to 90% chance of rain, though, by about 6 p.m. Sunday night. We're low near 22. Gosh, I hope it don't start that early. Never temperature's that cold. The high should warm on up to 44 degrees, so it should be in the form of rain. We should have south winds finally at 15 to 25 miles per hour. On Monday, the cloudy conditions will continue with an 80% chance of light rain until sunset. So it's going to be light rain on and off throughout Monday the 8th. Then around sunset, the rain's going to quit. Just going to be mostly cloudy for the remainder of Monday night. With the low near 34. Hey, above freezing. Hallelujah. That's going to be nice. High of 43. Oh my God, it's going to feel like summertime. With north winds at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Tuesday's going to be continued mostly cloudy with no precipitation, with a low near 32 and a high of 48, with north winds at 15 to 30, not 20. I'm sorry, north winds at 10 to 20 on Tuesday. Sorry about that. And Wednesday, that's going to be the day. Whew, mostly clear at this point. Next Wednesday, the 10th, with a low of 34 and a high of 57 degrees. Oh my God, almost 60 next Wednesday with south winds at 10 to 20. I can't wait. And even next Thursday, even though we have more clouds coming back in with a 60% chance of rain by Thursday night, it's going to be mostly cloudy during the daytime though, but rain possible at night. With low of 45 and a high of 55 with south winds at 10 to 20. 55, I'll settle for 55, heck yeah. And then after that, it's going to start cooling off again just a little bit. Next Friday, the 12th, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of rain until sunset. Then just mostly cloudy. But at least it's still going to be low of 36 and a high of 40. That's a little on the cool side, but hopefully it'll be all rain. With north winds at 10 to 20 and back down to cold again a little bit by Saturday week, the 13th of January. Fair skies though, with low of 29 and a high of 37, with north winds of 10 to 20. We just can't keep that 60 or near 60 very long. One, maybe 2 days, and then we're back into winter again. Temperatures, that is. Well, alrighty, that's the forecast for you for the next 9 days. I'll go ahead and repeat tomorrow because it's not going to be too terrible. Mostly clear, low near 14, cold though. In that sense, it is terrible. But 14 for a low and a high of 35 with north winds of 5 to 15. Sunrise at 7:05 and sets at 4:56. Alrighty, that'll be it for tonight. Thank you for checking in with me and listening to me as always, and appreciate your following on YouTube, subscription, I think they call it there. You don't have to pay for it. It's just a way of liking my video, and I appreciate that, and hope to continue to do it for a while into this year. Might miss a few here and there, but for the most part I try to be there here every night the best I can. Alrighty, well, good night everybody, and God bless you and sweet dreams, and hope to get back with you tomorrow night. And until then, goodbye and God bless.